Hey there everyone, Hitesh here, your programming friend from YouTube, and let's move forward in the journey of Flutter. First and foremost, yes, I'm a little bit late because it was quite a lot of traveling and it was so much going on, and now the team is working absolutely fine, working really hard to make sure we produce more content for you and with of top-notch quality. With that saying, let's move in our Flutter journey forward. And in case you haven't watched the previous video, please go ahead. We have talked all about Flutter installation of Mac and Windows. And then we talked a little bit about the Dart. And now is the time from this moment onward, this video onwards, we're going to talk only about Flutter. We'll try to explore its feature and we'll tell you some of the tricks and inside details about the Flutter. So let's go ahead and try to start on doing that. For that, we will be needing some of the tools as well. I am going to be using VS Code for this entire course. I've already talked about it quite a lot. Feel free to use any editor that you would like. Also, we have talked how you can run your app on an iOS device or on an Android device. Side note, in case you're on Windows, Android is the only option, but I have discussed how you can plug up your phone and can just run your Flutter app on that. It's pretty easy actually. So let's get started, and the next thing that I would like to do is drag and drop my folder on my VS Code. So I'm going to just drag and drop Flutter exercise here, and there we go. So there we go. This is our editor that we are having, and all of the things looks pretty good. Now open up your terminal. I'm going to press Command and tilde sign just below your escape key. It's a little bit avoided by all of the developers. It's really hard to find at first, but surely you can open that up by going into the view and the terminal as well in case you're using the VS Code. Now, first and foremost, since a lot of things have changed and it keeps on changing quite a lot, so what you have to do is run Flutter Upgrade. So this is going to upgrade your Flutter package. No need to set your path again and anything like that. It's gonna just work fine. So it's a good habit, just like in a few weeks or something, just keep on hitting the Flutter Upgrade so that you can get all the latest upgrade about the Flutter, its engine and packaging and all of that. So there we go. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we need to create a few projects as well. So we will be creating a fresh new project so that we can just rip apart everything from the Flutter and can understand each and everything from it. And in order to do so, we need to create a fresh project. We will be using this exact same project in the couple of videos from this in the future as well. So let's create that. So we're gonna say Flutter create, and I'm gonna call this as project 01. In the Flutter, you cannot add numbers in the starting, but feel free to add them at the end. And it's a good track for me personally that how many projects we are creating in this. So that's why I'm naming it as project 01. Feel free to call it like advanced hello world or anything like that. So we're going to hit enter there, and it's going to do some stuff and running Flutter projects. It might be a little bit slower on your machine because it depends on a variety of things, including internet as well for the very first time. And I highly recommend, obviously you're already connected to internet, but make sure you're connected to internet all the time in case you're doing some kind of development. Because hey, Stack Overflow is always online, and without Stack Overflow, there is no programmer on this planet who can make any project. There might be some. Okay. So this is all good, and now we have a project 01, our very first official project, which we are going to rip apart and we're going to learn about Flutter. So first and foremost, we're going to go into this project. It's very essential that we just go into this project, and now we are going to open this project 01, go into the lib, and the only thing we are worried about is main.dart as of now. We do have other things like we have Android, iOS, we have gitignore already done. A lot of things are there. We are not much worried about them. One file which we'll be touching quite a lot is going to be pubspec.yaml. Not as of now, but surely later on we'll be touching up that as well. But right now, let's just go into lib and main.dart. Just open that up, and this is the only thing we want to worry. Let's take a little bit more real estate of the screen and try to do some of the stuff, the fancier stuff. I'm going to close the terminal as of now. Now, as you can see, we have seen a little bit basics of Dart, and we are now able to understand bits and pieces of this code, not entirely, but surely much better than the previous versions. So, but it's still too much of the code to understand and explain in just one video. So what we can do is we can select all of it and hit delete. A really scary thing to do, but it's compulsory. Please go ahead and do that. Yep, I'm waiting. Do that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to write our very first Flutter app created totally by ourselves, not by Flutter package. It's totally designed and created by us. It's not going to do much. Honestly, it's going to look really ugly, but we're going to make it beautiful later on. So we're going to just save the file as an empty file, blank file. Now it has a couple of things that you can have. Now I'm a big fan of having a to-dos in my list. So what you can do is first and foremost just write these to-dos with me so that we can understand the entire workflow of this Flutter application. So we're going to call it as import library. There is our first to-do. Then the second to-do is once you have imported the library, the very essential need of a Dart file is create a main function. There we go. So this is what we have to do next. Now inside this main function, the next thing we have got in our to-do list is the main function is actually not able or not capable enough to do anything at all. We have to have something inside it, probably some method, probably some function, and in this entire Flutter thing, we call them widgets. And there are a couple of types of widget. We are going to come up onto that. So we're going to say create a widget. Widget is just like basically a function or functionality that we bring upon from the libraries. There are state function and stateless function, but not to get confused, we will talk about them later on. And the final to do is that we are going to have is run that widget on mobile device would be better. So there we go. Device, there we go. So we have basically 3 to-dos that we really want to do, and it's going to be absolutely simple. So let's get started with the first to-do. Let's take it down one by one so that we can have it. I'm going to have a couple of spaces here. Okay, this theme looks, by the way, pretty good, and the to-dos are really awesome. Okay, so first and foremost is import statement. So we're going to import, and there are a variety of things you can import. Now material design is one of the very popular one in Flutter, and we're going to go with that, but surely you can import some of the files and libraries which looks amazing on iOS specific only or Android specific only, but we're going to go with the design consent of that. So import can also be of variety of types. Probably you're importing from a pre-built library given by Flutter, or probably you're importing from some of the files that you have created. So it's going to depend on how we write the import statement on that. But right now we are going to be importing from the Flutter. So we're going to simply say it's actually really simple. First and foremost, you have to say the package, then put a colon, and then you have to mention from where you are importing. Now, right now I will be importing from the Flutter. So I'm going to say Flutter and then put a slash, and then you have tons of things that you can do. One of them is this Cupertino, which is pretty popular for Apple. You can have foundation, gesture, material. Yes, we got it. We want material for this one. So just hit that and it's going to say material.dart. Okay, so the first to do thing is done. We have got it. Now is create a main function. We have done it so many times in our Dart set of videos so that we can do it right now here as well. So it's going to be simply void, and then we are going to have main. There we go. So this is basically our main function. Now in the main function, we have to create a widget. Okay, and I forgot to have a to do for that, but actually first we have to create a widget and then run that widget. So probably we can have a to do here. So we're going to have a to do, not like that. We're going to have a to do, and this to do is going to have create a widget. Again, we are not worried about state widget or stateless widget as of now. We just want to create a widget. So the big question is, how do we create these widgets? Now just follow along with me. We are going to declare a variable. We are going to call it app. Feel free to call it anything, but app is like general thing. We call it like that. Okay, and we are going to initialize it with something known as material. And not just material, we want to use material app. So just look for that, and this is what we are having. Now this is basically a method which takes some parameters, and we're going to pass them, some of them, and this is your widget. Yeah, I know it's a scary name, but it's really simple. Yes, it's a lot more than that, but as of now this is it. We surely are going to explore that later on. So just put your cursor in the pair of parentheses, hit the enter, and we're going to write some things here. Now when you design an app, you have some parameters to be passed on. Of course, we will be referencing documentation quite a lot so that we can figure out what are the things I can enter into it. Right now I just want to have one thing, which is going to be a home. So what do I want to display on the home? Now this home, now this might sound a little bit tricky, and this is like really the bad point about the Flutter and Dart, but this is how eventually it just becomes a kind of a habit. So what you have to say is home, then put a colon sign, and then on the home I just want to have a text. Okay, and here I can enter my data, and I'm gonna say, hi there, Hitesh from YouTube. Okay, so there we go. So this is what I really want to have in this, and there we go. Now notice one good thing about the Flutter that they have recently started to incorporate, actually it was there in the previous versions as well, is they are using these comments as well. Now you don't have to write manually these comments. As soon as you go quite a lot inside a function, then inside that and inside that, it becomes a little bit hard to keep a track of what we are creating, what we are not, and that's why they automatically get this. This is not something that you have to write. It's automatically going to come up. Even if it don't come up, just totally fine. It's okay. Okay, now we're gonna save this. So there we go. It's all good. It's all fine. Notice mine is already gone now because it's just a one line of text. Now the only to do that we have to left is run that widget on mobile device. And trust me, it looks a pretty daunting one, but it's the most easiest one. All you have to do is simply say run app and then put a pair of parentheses, and inside that what you can do is you have to say app. Okay, that's exactly a variable name, and this is the point where everybody makes a mistake. That's why I'm making this mistake. Okay, notice here one thing that I told you, that whatever needs to be happening in the Dart file actually happens in the main file. And notice in the main method, we are never calling this run app method. We have never defined it, but still we are calling it outside. Is it going to run ever? Yep, the answer is no. So what you have to do is we have to simply move this, cut that, and we have to move that inside the main method. Common mistake being done by everybody when they first run the Dart, they just define this method outside. That's why I have done the same. Okay, so let's just save that. Indenting is pretty almost okay. Now this is our very first app. Trust me, it's gonna look ugly, much more uglier than you think. But hey, this is our app. So let's just open up our terminal, and now let's do a quick ls so that I can see I'm in the correct folder. And all I have to do is I have to say Flutter, first of all, devices, so that I can check out what are the devices which are up and running. I have one. In case you have plugged up your Android, it's going to show up that as well. And then I can simply say Flutter run, and it's going to run the Flutter app for me. By the way, I like the Flutter icon. It's so much better than the Android and the default iOS one. I think everybody should incorporate some kind of thing like that. Okay, now the very first time it takes a little bit while, and then it's just a little bit faster. Not much, but yeah, much better than the others. So there we go, Xcode build done, and it's installing, and there we go, and there we go. Trust me, it couldn't be much more uglier than this. Hi there, and it just doesn't, perhaps the notch. Okay, anyways, it's gonna look equivalent uglier in our Android device as well. We are not much worried about it because this is our first app. We have created it from the scratch. Surely we can use much more awesome and beautiful things to make it much more beautiful. We will surely be doing that. But I think that's it. It's already a 13-minute video and we have just done like 4 lines of code. That's it. But we now understand the bits and pieces about it so that in the future we can make this much more beautiful. So that's it for this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe on my YouTube channel as well. And I'm going to surely catch you up in the next video.